Anyway, let's start with this. I want to see what is going on with this one nation under Allah thing. Apparently, a student said one nation under Allah. Ooh, unacceptable.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under Allah, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all.
Under Allah. Well, the high school is issuing a response saying the school division did not endorse nor pre-approve the change in wording to the Pledge of Allegiance at the
Why? Allah literally means God in Arabic. Why? That's wild that like a school had to issue a response to that. America is so fucking backwards, dude. It is such an insane thing. Allah literally means God in Arabic, okay? It's the same fucking God. And even if it wasn't the same God, who gives a fuck?
Let's bring in our panel for their reaction, including member of Project 21, host of Money Talk with Melanie Collette.
Let's bring in a panel of 3 other assholes to discuss why someone had to say God in a different language. Wild, dude. I mean, this is just racism. Like, what do you want? This is like straight up racism.
Welcome.
My jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine with yours.
Do these people think that like there aren't any like Christian Arabs? Like, is that what they think? There's no Christian Arabs out there that like use the fucking term Allah to describe God in Arabic? Like, do they think that like Arabic people who are Christian just say fucking God in English for like every other thing? Why do you say God in Arabic then? I don't fucking know. But who gives a shit? Probably the trigger people, which is good. Wait, so if you're Arabic, you can also be Christian? Come on, dude. Are you serious? Chicken nuggets and gravy? Like, you didn't know that there are Arab Christians out there? What the fuck? Bro, there's Arab Jews too. It's gonna shock you, but yes.
It just seems that these students, are taking this platform and pretty much doing whatever they want with it.
It really does.
What?
I mean, it kind of makes you wonder if this is where, President Biden has just made it so easy for people to just do whatever they want and say the things that they want, irrespective of the laws and the rules. We are a Judeo-Christian nation, and our Pledge of Allegiance says one nation under God, and it has since 1942.
Wait, what? Okay, first of all, when did one nation under God start? Hold on. It wasn't 1942. It was in the 50s, wasn't it? I thought it was it was after the it was after World War II. One nation under God is absolutely a Cold War era like anti-communist invention. Christian America invention is a relatively recent invention. As Cruz argues, the belief that America is fundamentally and formally a Christian nation originated in the 1930s when businessmen enlisted religious activists in their fights against FDR's New Deal. Corporations from General Motors to Hilton Hotels bankrolled conservative clergymen, encouraging them to attack the New Deal as a program of pagan statism that perverted the central principle of Christianity. And the campaign for freedom under God culminated in the election of their close ally Dwight Eisenhower in 1952. But this triumph had an ironic twist. In Eisenhower's hands, a religious movement both in opposition to the government was transformed into one that fused faith and federal government as never before. During the 1950s, Eisenhower revolutionized the role of religion in American political culture, inventing new traditions from inaugural prayers to the National Prayer Breakfast.
Well, it's un-American, it's unpatriotic, and it's quite frankly upsetting. I served my country as a civilian in combat. I deployed to Baghdad 14 times.
Wait, what does he mean? He served his country as a civilian in combat. What the fuck's he saying? Is he saying that he was like a private analyst or something? Like yeah, he's a columnist. Oh, he worked in the Department of Defense, dude. That's what he's saying? From his radio show, he served as a civilian in the Defense Department. Oh my fucking God, dude. Get this guy out of here, bro. This is like stolen valor to the fucking maximum, dude. Yeah, I served my country as a civilian in Baghdad. So what? You were a fucking diplomat. Like, oh man, I'm glad you served the country from behind a fucking desk as you like personally sent 18-year-olds to fucking die and get blown to bits. But you were there instead of like back here in America. Listen, I served this country, okay? I served this country by telling military members that they should give wads of fucking cash to pedophile warlords. I came up with cool plans like this. I was serving them so hard while serving looks. I mean, these guys are so crazy, dude. That's just like, I love that he said 14 tours. Like, Legal Eagle had a take on this? On what?
So this Newsmax panel absolutely lost their friggin' minds when some high school students said Allah instead of God in the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's put aside that Allah is just God in Arabic, and that, correct me if I'm wrong, but under Islam, Allah is explicitly the same God as the Christian and Jewish God.
Kind of weird seeing Legal Eagles like say Allah. I don't know why. Anyway, but that guy served 14 fucking tours, pencil pushing. What the fuck have you done, legal eagle?
I think it's pretty cool, if not exceptionally American, that this high school student felt comfortable riffing on the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
And just this past Sunday, D-Day, the greatest seaborne invasion in the history of the world that not only freed...
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Fucking potato head. Talking about fucking D-Day, D-Day. Like, shut up, Mark Vargas. More like Mark Fartgus, dude. Fucking DOD Andy. I did 14 tours. Yeah, me too, bro. Yeah, I did 18 years in combat zones in Turkey when I was just growing up.
So my question to President Biden and Vice President Harris is, if we can't pray to God, who do we pray to? Bernie Sanders or AOC?
Yet another instance of just like being too stupid to recognize that like Allah is literally God. Like, you're too fucking stupid, and your audience is too fucking stupid to recognize that. So, like, you're literally having a circle jerk of idiocy, where they just like, this is a fundamental problem of just not knowing what fucking Allah means. Like, Allah is God, okay? Just in Arabic. But because you're too dumb and too racist, and your audience is too dumb and too racist, no one's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? To leave it up to the fucking dumbass American hogs to not know that, like, you know, other languages exist on this planet. On certain issues, a lot of conservatives will know better and they still agitate, right? I don't think this is one of them. I think they're literally too fucking stupid. I'm not saying that to absolve them. They're still clearly racist as fuck. These are the people who unironically think that like Jesus was blonde and shit. You know what I mean? Like that he wasn't like a brown ass a Jewish communist dude. You know what I mean? Like that he was just like a blonde capitalist.
I was educated in that school system, and my daughters are being educated in it right now. And I'm a little embarrassed to say that.
This is like Dr. Oz if he got hit in the face with a shovel.
It says that the school division did not endorse nor pre-approve the change in wording to the Pledge of Allegiance at the Justice High School graduation ceremony.
That's because it's not the Pledge of Allegiance, what she said. Now, I believe in diversity. I think the people in the school system do.
They should be excited that there's like still religious Zoomers out there. You know what I'm saying? But no, they said Allah and Allah is bad. It's just like such a clear demonstration that like you're just a fucking racist piece of shit. You are literal fucking filth, dude. You are such a scumbag. Seriously, like this mentality is so fucking stupid.
Where are we going here with this? Because we continue to see this. We have this divide in our country. We have people saying that American flags, you know, insult them because it represents President Trump. I mean,
what?
How did we get here?
I don't even know what the fuck. Now they're just like talking about other random dumb shit. Like, dude, these people need to be, honestly, this is why I have the Florida proposal, okay? You just got to lock them up in Florida so they can just like circle jerk about like made up shit. Who the fuck's like, oh, the American flag represents Donald Trump? Like, what the fuck? Why? Unless they mean the Confederate flag, in which case, like, yeah, that's understandable.
People need to get on board with being in the United States of America and really hone in on the word united. We're united as a country.
We're united under God, who you can say is, Allah in Arabic, but we're not actually united because if you don't say God in English, like, I'm going to fucking lose my mind.
We don't say it how we want. We don't include our own gods. That's not what we do. We say the Pledge of Allegiance properly.
Under God isn't even like it literally goes against the Constitution. Like, America's a fucking secular nation with a lot of fucking faults in its inception, but still, it's ultimately still a secular fucking nation. So kind of weird to like take this thing that was like added in the Cold War as like propaganda against, the atheist communists, who then turn around and hype that shit up. How does adding under God fight communism? Did they believe communists were anti-religion? Yes, they did. They believed that communists were anti-Christianity. And yeah, I mean, there was a atheist slant in communism. So yes, that is why they believed that, because they were.
But I say, why not strip them of their diplomas? Make them learn a hard lesson that you can't go off script. If something's been approved, that's what you're going to say, because otherwise you're going to have copycats do it, and we're already seeing that happen.
They're not being held accountable. So as Amanda said, okay.
I love that the anti-cancel culture panelists are like literally like, we need to murder this fucking person. This person who still said like, one nation under God, but just said God in Arabic, needs to feel the wrath of cancel culture. Like, someone needs to do something about this person. That's hilarious, dude. This is what I meant when I said, like, we went full circle on Mania, and the village idiot used to be considered a colorful person, and then we medicalized mental disabilities. I don't know how to like say it in non-ableist terms. I'm sorry if I'm being like triggering or ableist. We medicalized it. We saw it as something to treat and something as like as a disorder. And then we went full circle back to finding it fascinating, and also in the most capitalist way, turning it into a commodity. This is straight up weaponizing like all manner of different issues like narcissism and buck wild fucking idiotic takes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There needs to be consequences for this. And I suggest that this young student perhaps serve a year serving in the military.
Dude, what the fuck? Yo, when you say one nation under Allah as a punishment, you need to serve in the military. Bitch, you didn't even serve in the military. What the fuck is this? We need to do forced conscription as a punitive measure, dude. There needs to be consequences for your free speech. This is the type of shit that Americans look to like North Korea and say is like, this is why North Korea is authoritarian as fuck. It's fascist. It's crazy. Whatever. We need to do mandatory military service for those who have made the mistake of saying Allah instead of God. I love that. I love that. Here's why I love this, okay? Because this is actually fucking fascist, okay? This is literally fucking fascist. Secondly, it just completely betrays the principles of like liberty and freedom, whether it's freedom of religion or freedom of speech. Because like these are the same people, like I said, who are always like, no, I want free speech. But then they fucking lose their minds over critical race theory. Like, how come nobody's talking about how stupid it is that like all of these like pro free speech motherfuckers are literally banning a certain kind of education in schools all the time, and like not a single person considers that to be like anti-free speech? Like, that's wild to me.
There are a lot of active duty service members that live in the Fairfax County area, a suburb of Washington, D.C. Many of those moms and dads wear the uniform. And again, I think that...
oh, shut the fuck up, dude. I hate bitches like this, dude. If you're a veteran and, like, you get caught up in this bullshit, like, you're such a fucking sucker, okay? If you think that guy, like, has your best interest at heart as a vet, you're a sucker, all right? Straight up, you've been duped once again. Not only duped into serving and good luck getting health care, but also on top of that, like, duped by this guy, doubly duped.